Tired of looking at your old bathroom caulking? Here's 3 easy hacks to make your bathroom look brand new again using Titebond Pro Grade Plus caulk. Let's start with that bathroom sink. It looks horrible where it joins the tile. Use a scraper or a knife to cut out the old caulking. Once you do that, you can scrape it out and pull the pieces. Look at this old stuff. It is time for it to go. Pick up the big pieces and then use a vacuum to clean up all the other parts. Once you got that done and you've wiped it down, you're going to go ahead and apply a thin bead around the edge. Doesn't look too good in the beginning, but using a gloved finger, you can spread it out and make it even. Then, using a wet or damp sponge or towel, you're going to clean up the edges. Once you get it all looking nice, look at that. It looks absolutely amazing. Next is our shower. Down below is where the water can leak out. We want to clean it up, get it scraped off, and then we're going to again apply a small bead of caulking all the way across from one end to the other. Then you can take a popsicle stick. Use that and scrape along the sides. It has very little waste. Once you do that, it gives it a nice rounded edge for any water to bead off, and it looks great. Let's go to our windows. Look at that old caulking. Windows like to flex, but with Pro Grade Plus, its siliconized acrylic formula allows 25% joint movement. So you'll take a piece of tape on both sides, spread it out, and apply the caulking down the middle. This is going to give it a nice clean edge. Again, using your finger, rub it down the side. Once you got that, wait just a little bit, and then pull the tape off away from you. And look at those nice clean edges that we got. And also the great thing is it can be painted over in 2 hours. Next, we're gonna head over to the bathtub. This is where Titebond Pro Grade Plus caulk comes really handy. Because it's made for interior and exterior use, it's ideal for sealing joints, especially repairing cracks and backfilling gaps when it comes next to the tub and the tile. There's no cracking, and it also comes with a 50-year warranty. It's great because it also comes in 9 available colors to match your tub, and then when you get to the toilet, we want to keep water from getting underneath as well as getting out. So that's where the caulking is nice and easy all the way around the bottom of the toilet. Just like we've done other times, you're going to take that caulking and spread it out. Once you get it done and it cures, it looks amazing. It has easy cleanup with water while product is uncured. Look at how great this bathroom is, and a special thank you to Titebond for sponsoring this video. In my bathroom, I've got builder grade mirrors and I want to get rid of them, but I know there's a cheap and inexpensive way by going down to the hardware store and grabbing some 1x4s. I'm going to get 2 6-footers and an 8-footer. Now, here's a hint. Look at this board down the side. Ugh, that's ugly. We don't want that one. Look at this one. It's a lot better and a lot straighter. So we're going to grab some of these. First thing I'm going to do is measure the width of the mirror and the height. I'm going to take those width and the height. I'm going to go out to my table saw. I'm going to set it at 45 degrees. Cutting one side of the board, I'm going to get that first mitered 45 degrees. I'm then going to take my tape measure on the top part and measure out 62.5 inches. The mirror was 62 inches long, but I want to go a ½ inch over. It gives it kind of a floating look. I'm going to go ahead and cut that also at 45 degrees and match it to another board so the top and the bottom are exactly the same size without having to measure. Once I get that cut, what it's time to do is go to the Craig jig. I'm going to use this on the back side and get some pocket hole screws. These are invisible screws from the front, and they're great. This little jig is perfect for all your furniture needs. Once I go ahead and get it together, but what I need to do is put some glue on there. That little screw doesn't hold just right by itself. So once I get that glue in there, I'm going to put it together. I'm going to go ahead and insert the screw, put it in there, and then use everything that comes with it, including this bit, and put it together. Now the board's separated, but I kept putting some pressure on it and it came together. Once that glue gets all set up, I'm going to go ahead and go over to the other side, do the same thing, glue that joint. Once those all set up, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over because that was the back side that we were screwing. And then we're going to take some of the scrap woods and elevate it across the table. Then we're going to get some white paint. It's going to really look good against those gray walls that I have in the bathroom. Now I use a foam roller instead of a brush. That gets rid of all the brush strokes, and that foam roller does a great job and gives me a nice smooth coverage. Now, I could put some primer down first, but I think on this one, I'm just going to go with that paint and primer look. It's time to take it inside. Now watch this. We don't want a permanent install, so I'm going to use some 2-sided 3M tape. The stuff's great and it's really sticky. So I'm going to pull that off, stick it to the board, and I'm going to go ahead and hold it down there for about a good 30 seconds. Once I get it on there, I'm going to peel the other side off, And then I can go ahead and set it in place. I'm going to put it behind the faucet, behind the light, give it a little bit of pressure, put it all around, and look at that. It turned out absolutely amazing. I love it. You can take any builder grade mirror and make it just look absolutely amazing. I hope you guys like this project as much as I did, and I hope it inspired you to build your own framed mirror in your bathroom or any other room. For today's project, I wanted to run down to Michael's and grab 2 of their crates. I want to put the 2 of them together, but when I hang them on the wall, I don't want them to look like crates. So what I'm going to do is take off some of the slats. Now, they are kind of gentle, so you want to be careful when you're pulling them up. Just use a screwdriver to pull them apart on one end, and then just work your way on each side back and forth and pull up the other slats. I'm going to do this on one of each side, and I'm going to do it on the back and take away half of the back slats. That way it gives it more of an open look. Now I need to join the 2 together, so the best thing to do is wood glue. I'm going to go ahead and spread it out along the 2 slats on each side that are still there, and then use my finger to rub it out. You want to make sure that you spread it out because the glue then can drip when you join it together. Once I got it all settled, I'm going to join the 2 crates together, but there might be a gap. So I'm just going to grab some clamps and put them together. That will hold it, and then I want to use a pin nailer and drive some pins right into the slats. They're really small and it's hard to see, especially once we stain it. Again, grab some glue, and I'm going to put those slats that I pulled off and remove the staples and put them on the front. I'm going to spread them just even enough that I could put some towels in there. Once I get the first slat put on, I'm going to go ahead and put the next one on also. Again, using my pin nailer just to hold it in place till the glue dries. Then it's time to go ahead and put some shelves in. First thing I'm going to do though is go ahead and put a runner down the side with more of the wood that I put apart and pin nail that into place. Once I get that done, then I can put one on the back and then start building my shelf. It's again back to the saw, and I'm going to cut them to equal length. I have enough to put 4 of these on, so I'm going to space them as evenly as I can using the pin nailer to put them back in place again. Once I get all these shelves on, it's going to really start looking good, and it gives it kind of a better look than just putting 2 crates together. Once I get that shelf together, then I got to put a hook on the back, 2 of them, to hang it from. A picture hook will do just great, and to get it nailed in. Once that's done, I'm going to grab my favorite wood stain, which is walnut, and I'm going to go ahead and just start spreading it out. Now, I don't use a brush, I do use a towel because I feel I can get some better penetration with it. Once I get it all smoothed out, and I got to make sure also that I don't put too much on. If I do, I can always wipe off the excess. But using a towel is really good because look at that grain. It's just really starting to pop. Now, once I get the stain on and I let it dry, it's time to put it on the wall and decorate it. And it just fit perfectly right where I need it in the guest bathroom. I think it turned out amazing, and it's nice to have a shelf and place to put the towels. I absolutely love this project. It was simple to do and inexpensive. I hope this inspired you to use your own Michael crates to make your own wall decor. Thank you for watching Home Talk, and we'll catch you next time.